welcome you to the call tonight, a Real Stories call. My name is Fleming, and I am just absolutely thrilled that you have joined us here tonight. You're going to get to hear some really incredible stories of transformation of people that are very near and dear to my heart. And so thank you so much for coming on. So I want to just go ahead and share a little bit of my story first. About 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, I was at my heaviest weight I'd ever been. And I had hardly any energy. I was exhausted all the time. And there's obesity on my side of the family. And I knew that this was the direction that I was going in, and I was scared. So I reached out to my very dear friend, Lori, and I said, would you please tell me about your program? I need help. And she shared it with me, and I was 54 years old, and I had called her on my birthday. And she shared the program with me, and I said, do you think this will work for me? And she said, Shireen, it's a proven system that works. And I said, okay, let's go for it. And I had tried absolutely everything. And so anyways, 5 months later, I not only lost 45 pounds along with the inches, where I got down to pre-children size, which I never thought was possible, but I really got my life back. I got my mental and emotional state back. I started feeling so much better, so much energy, and just being the person that I always had been before. And so I have 6 grandkids, and so you can see them in the picture there. My family is just very, very important to me. And so now, today, I get to go and spend time with my family and keep up with my 6 beautiful, very active grandkids. And it's just absolutely been incredible. And anyways, but you see my mom's picture on this screen here. My mom, when she saw what had happened for me, she said, I want to do this. And she was 74 years old at the time. Well, I showed her what the program was, and she had been battling. She was on blood pressure medication. She was borderline diabetic. She was needing a knee replacement, and she also was having problems with her lungs. And so she went on this program, and a little over a year later, my mom lost 100 pounds, and she's been able to keep it off for over a year now. No longer any blood pressure medication, no issues with diabetes. Her lungs are the best they've ever been, and she doesn't need any replacement. And so that's just been absolutely life-changing for our entire family. And to see my mom at 77 years old to be able to take her life back is just absolutely incredible. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. And so now I would like to introduce a very dear, sweet girl and friend of mine, Summer Mazeika. I have met her at church, and she is absolutely phenomenal, and she has a very, very powerful story to share. So, Summer, are you there?
I am. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be on this call and to share my story. And Shireen, what an amazing story you have. I love that I get to be a part of your life, but I love that I get to hear your story of hope. So thanks for sharing that. So my story, this started about a year ago. I reached out to Shireen, and at that point I was, you can see my picture on the left. We were celebrating my son's dedication. He was about 1 year old. And so I have 4 kids total. And so life is busy, but I was just overwhelmed all the time. I was depressed. I wanted to lose weight, but I didn't know how. Everything I tried was not working. So anyways, I reached out to Shireen, and I started doing this program, and the simplicity of it was what really drew me in. The genuineness of Shireen's heart, that she just wanted to help me move forward in my health, whatever way I wanted to. She just wanted to be there for me. So So just having her support was amazing to me. And so, you know, flash forward to a year later, this is me jumping with a mountainous background is just happened last week. And so so the contrast in that is when last summer, so a year before this jumping in the mountainous picture was taken, we went to Colorado, and my family, all my kids, my husband wanted to go on a hike, and I physically couldn't do it. I'd always been able to push through, even if I wasn't in really good shape, but last year I just couldn't do it. And so so that broke my heart, and so that's when I reached out to Shireen. And so to be able to go, we went to Sequoia camping, and to be able to go camping and hiking and jumping, and that was really exciting to me. It was a really good contrast for me, because both involved hiking, and that's just what our family likes to do. We just like to be active and be outdoors. And so now I can participate and encourage those kind of things, and where before I wasn't able to. And then Shireen asked me to pray about becoming a coach, and I did. And her and Lori just kind of walked and still continue to walk beside me as I grow as a coach. But I've been able to help lots and lots of people, my mother-in-law included, just take some steps towards help. And so I'm helping people. I get to love on people, but I also get to get myself healthy. But I also am helping our family financially. I needed to go back to work, and there just didn't seem a good option with all of our children. So I wanted to be at home with them, and I wanted to be able to bring in money. And so this was just a perfect solution for us. So so thank you, Shireen, for inviting me and letting me come along in this journey with you.
Oh, Summer, powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, just to see the transformations that have happened for you and your family and all the other people that you're helping, Summer, it's awesome. It's blessed my heart. So thank you. So let's talk about optimal health, okay, and where the journey really belongs here. So many people, that want to know about the program. They want to know, how did you do it, and what is that? But really, the important thing is we want to find out, why are you wanting to do the program? What's going on, maybe challenges that you're facing. And figuring out what that why is for you is so important for us, because we have so many different programs, and we want to find out what's going to be the best fit for you. But finding that out from you is really important to us. So we are an optimal health program with the weight loss component, but where most diets stop, that's where we continue on. So we have step by step from transition to eating healthy, learning the habits of health, optimizing your health where you're at, and living a longer, healthier life. So this really is a lifestyle change of what it is that we actually do. So what is optimal health? It's not just exercise or what we eat. It's like a three-legged stool, where we really address the healthy mind. We have the accountability with your coach. And then we also have an incredible eating plan designed just for you. So the first thing is support. Your health coach that you get is free to you, and she is going to walk alongside of you every single step of the way. You're not going to be doing this journey by yourself. And what we have found to be true is that community is huge. It's so important. And so to have that support is just really awesome. But we also have other parts for you to be able to integrate into your healthy community. We have habits of health calls, doctors calls, nurses calls. We have a private Facebook page where we get to support and encourage one another. So we have so many different things to be able to plug you in, and that support is just really awesome. The next thing we have is an educational component, and you can see the book there. Dr. Anderson wrote the Habits of Health book along with this workbook, and that, I think, is so crucial, because if we don't rewire our brains of how we're actually viewing food and how we're looking, at, our habits and all of those different things, then we're going to go back to the same thing. And so really being able to understand, why we do what we do, but really understanding how our body works and how it functions, along with that educational is so, so incredible. So you have that. Then the third part is, here's our nutritional plan. So we have something for everybody. To the left here, we have the 5-in-1 plan, and that's just one of our plans that we have. And in the middle there, we actually have our new premium line called the Optavia line, and that's for clean eating and all of that as well. So we have both of our core lines as well as the Optavia line that is whatever it is that you want, but it's all about nutrition. And then we also have another plan. We have our 3-in-3 plan, which is for those that are on maintenance, or even if they're looking to just also want to just learn how to eat healthier and all of that. So we truly have something for everybody, and it's all about fueling your body with the right nutrition. So the components of your health coach, your community, and the educational component is really where it's all at. It's that three-legged stool we were just talking about. Excuse me, that's so important. So now I would like to introduce a very dear friend of mine. Her and I, we met in grade school, and her and I reconnected actually this year in February. And Nannette, she has a very, very powerful story. So Nannette, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, would you share your story?
Yes, and I wanted to thank you, Shireen, for inviting me to do this. It'll be my first time to really share my story officially. I've had to share the last 3 days with all my coworkers that have been coming back from the summer. But it was so amazing that I reconnected with Shireen right when I did, because at the time I was feeling pretty hopeless. I didn't think I had any other options about my weight, and my health was not good because of it. And I had no energy at all, and I just barely could get through my days. And I had actually even looked at a card at Walmart and thought about having to ride the card at Walmart. And I said, that's just ridiculous. I can't do that. Well, then I was online one night on Facebook, and I saw Shireen. She didn't even have her maiden name, but I thought, well, that's got to be her. So I sent her a message, and we reconnected. And just a few short months later, I've lost 51 pounds, and I've gained so much energy. My family all sees me as happier, and I participate in life more now. And before, I was coming home and getting in the recliner. So I am so happy that I reconnected with Shireen, and I have to thank her every day for it. I know that I'm the one that did it, but if I had not seen her before and after pictures and said, hey, what did you do? I wouldn't have known anything about this wonderful program. And just the people in it have made me happier too. It's not just the fact that I've lost weight and I feel better, but I'm involved with more positive people. And now at this point, my family's all involved. My husband and my son, who lives with us, have both gone Take Shape for Life. It was really fun cleaning out the cupboards and everybody, being on the same page. And I just, at 56 years old, I just can't believe that I have this much energy and feel this good about myself. And my one little thing that I wanted to add to this that wasn't really about the plan exactly, but my husband was home one weekend and he was pulling out jeans out of the dryer. And he told me later that my jeans were like teenager jeans. And that really made me happy. But I decided a couple months ago that I wanted to share this with people. Initially, I told Shireen I didn't want to be a health coach. And it's not about being a health coach at this point. It's that I want everyone I see to feel as good as I do. And when I see people suffering and struggling with their weight and unable to enjoy their life, and you can see it in their face and see it the way they carry themselves, I just want to, I want to tell the world about this. It's like I want to teach the world how to be healthy. and anybody that'll listen. And I've affected neighbors and coworkers and family members, and I'm ready to find more people to help, because helping people makes you happy. And thanks again, Shireen, for letting me share my story. And I'm sure it will change as I go along, but
that is awesome, Nannette. Just to see the transformation that has taken place in you and in your family is so powerful to see, honestly. And then all the other people you're affecting. Thank you so much for sharing that. It was awesome. Awesome. So I now would like to introduce Cathy Lovett. Cathy and I met years ago at church when I was actually in high school in youth group. And so we have a long history as well. And Cathy is phenomenal. She is so amazing. And she has really another powerful story to share of how this has really impacted her life. So Cathy, are you there?
I am. Thank you, Shireen. It's been such a great joy to be a part of this tonight, and just to hear the different stories that I've already heard. I'm amazed. It's one of the things that I've shared with Shireen. It's a very individual walk, and it's an individual process. The Take Shape for Life program has just allowed me to just be free to walk this process out in God. And Shireen knows a lot of my story. I actually was diagnosed with a disease of the esophagus about 5 years ago called achalasia. And I was basically dying because my body was not getting nutrition. I wasn't able to eat. So we went through a corrective surgery in 2013 at Mayo Clinic. And after that, I kind of got into this bad habit of just trying to just eat the things that would keep me going, which were all high carbohydrates and sugars. And so I wasn't able to get the nutrition because food doesn't go down the esophagus. So when I reconnected with Shireen last October, I started talking to her about it. God had already been talking to me about doing something because my metabolism was out of whack. I gained a bunch more weight. I was very unhealthy, very fatigued all the time. Everything hurt all the time. And so it took a few months before I really took the plunge, because I had tried different diets throughout my life. As Shireen shared, obesity is very much a part of my family history. So it's something that I've dealt with, working with all my life. But what the Take Shape for Life program did and does for me is it allows me to eat small portions several times a day. And for the first time in probably 6 years, I actually am getting nutrition and vitamins from food in my body. And the really great thing is that I started losing weight because I'm eating, and I'm eating all the time. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it that way, but this program is amazing. I am truly living life to the fullest, and I'm only halfway through my goal. I still have more of a goal to complete. So just today, actually this week, God has just instilled in me the scripture, to much is given, much is required. And the things that he is asking me to do at this time in my life, I would have never imagined, but he's equipped me to handle it. And if he had brought all of these things to my plate back in October, there's no way that I could have physically handled that. So God's amazing that he prepared me in advance for the new things that he was bringing to me and asking me to do. And it's so much a part of destiny, and fulfilling not only my destiny, but walking out that destiny with others. And just since I've been on this program, my sister Evie has been on the program. She's actually doing better than I am. She's losing weight much faster than I am. She looks amazing. And a dear friend of mine is on the program, and she's getting there too. So I'm just surrounded by the support grid that started with Shireen, and now I'm able to share that support grid and this amazing program with others, and just to really walk out a true destiny fulfilling process in my life. It's amazing.
Oh, Cathy, thank you so much. Wow, that was awesome. It's just made me so happy to see what's happened for you, Cathy, and how this really has been life-changing for you. Really, really powerful. And the people that are seeing that, and how you're going to be able to impact other people's lives. Really awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now I would love to introduce my dear friend, Lori Dufresne. She's actually the one that I reached out to 3.5 years ago and said, tell me about your program. I've known Lori for a very, very long time as well. And Lori is just the most amazing person. She has a heart of gold, and she means everything to me. So Lori, would you share your story?
I will. Thank you so much, Shireen. And it's such an honor and blessing to be here with all of you ladies tonight and everyone else that's on. It's very surreal. I don't know what the right word is. It's kind of undescribable what it feels like to just be here and listen to all of these stories and how the transformations in your lives have really changed your lives. I got on this program almost little under 4 years ago, just for myself. I just wanted to feel better about myself. I was sick and tired of looking in the mirror and being unhappy with who I saw. And I knew I was meant for more, but I kept holding myself back. I like to really push myself in life and excel and do better and be better. And it seemed like my weight was one thing I just could not get a grasp of. And I found this program really for my father-in-law. I wanted it and I saw it and I was nervous, much like some of these other ladies were sharing tonight about getting started. I was right there with all of you, just being skeptical because I tried so many things before only to fail and gain my weight back. And I just didn't want to put myself through that again. But when my father-in-law reached out asking for help, he was borderline diabetic and very scared. And so it made me pick up the phone and call my friend Susie to find out more information for him. And his doctor gave him his blessing to get on the program. And I told my husband, I said, we're doing this with him. That was my push. That's what I needed. And I did it. And I'll tell you, 1 week into this program, I knew this was different from anything I've ever experienced before. It felt different. Everything about it felt different. I didn't feel deprived. I felt like I was eating all day long, like so much more than I was before. And the energy kicked in and I was just like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt like this and I don't even know how long. And it just got to the point where I thought, I want to shout this from the rooftops. I want people to know about this. Why would I hold this to myself? And I mean, as a result of that, Shireen, can you go to the next slide? As a result of that, we call it the ripple effect. And it's amazing what a change in one person's life can go on and to inspire health and hope into now over 1,000 people's lives in just 3.5 years. And this is just a result because you know what? I didn't know Summer and I didn't know Cathy and I didn't know Nannette. The only person I knew was Shireen and Paul. And it's so powerful to think that I just got on this to lose some weight and feel better about myself. But now Cathy's life has been saved. Like, it is so powerful. And look at Nannette glow. Like, she's just got this beautiful glow to her. And Summer is just, I can't even tell you how excited I am for Summer and just what this has done in her life, her personal life, her family life. There's no words to explain how awesome it feels to just sit back and listen to these stories tonight. It's a huge blessing to see how, just because I knew Shireen, now Shireen has gone on to inspire hundreds of people. And it's just amazing how this program can really impact people's lives. Shireen, can you go on to the next? So why pay it forward? Well, our country is in dire need of help. And over 65% of Americans are overweight to obese. And we have the best program in the world to help. I mean, just from the testimonies of what's on this call tonight, you're hearing these stories of people that have tried everything and were at a loss for getting that what they're looking for in their life. This program works. Plain and simple, it works. The best part of this program is the support in our amazing community. This community is like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. And when we're trying to overcome health issues and obstacles that stop us from taking health seriously, community and being surrounded by people that are moving in that same direction is the biggest game changer, because you don't feel left alone. Living a life on purpose and for a purpose. I get to wake up every day and I get to celebrate with people. I get to hear stories like this. I get to meet amazing people in my life that were strangers, and they get to come into my life each and every day. And I get to see where they are in a hopeful state, hoping that this could work for them, and being able to give them my belief and say, you know what, we're going to link arms and we're going to do this together. And we get to create whatever you want to create. And we get to overcome those obstacles, and we get to teach you how to make healthy habits every single day so that you can take your health back and put that beautiful smile back on your face. That's what we get to do. We get to wake up every morning feeling like we have purpose. We love what we do. And really just think about who in your life is depending on you to be healthier. How, by you getting healthier, how is that going to affect people in your life that you love? And you guys heard pretty much everybody here tonight how it has affected not only them, but it's affected their family. And that is a beautiful thing. So our community, our family, we like to call it, is, I said it earlier, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. It is so awesome to surround yourself in such a positive environment when our world is so negative. We're so surrounded by turning on the news, listening to stories, people getting sick, all these sad, sad things. If you want to be uplifted, you need to find an uplifting community to be with and people that are going to support you in moving forward into your goals. And that is something we absolutely can provide for you. So we would love to have you join us. Please reach out to whoever it was that invited you onto the call tonight, and just get whatever information we can get to you to help you make that decision and find out what your health goals are. I want to thank you, Shireen, for your beautiful heart, for all that you do for your friends and your family and your community, and just paying it forward and making such a great impact. It has been an amazing blessing to watch. And just to Summer and Cathy and Nannette, it's honestly, you all are all newer into my life, and I'm just so blessed to have you each in our lives, and just seeing where we met the first time and how far you've come. And I'm just so excited to see all the people that you're going to be helping as well. So thank you everyone for getting on tonight, and have a great evening. Thank you.